Alrighty, in today's video, we're going to be going over some UFC hot takes. We're just going to hop right into it, starting off with the first one. Jon Jones' heavyweight run isn't valid as a champion after only beating Ciryl Gane and Stipe Miocic. I 100% agree with this take. He won his belt off of somebody that was the easiest matchup for him in the top 5. Ciryl Gane, who seems to be getting a title shot after every other fight, and will most likely be getting another title shot if he beats Alexander Volkov. But that is for another video. Jon Jones should be fighting Tom Aspinall to unify his heavyweight title, instead of a 42-year-old man who last had a win August 15th of 2020. I get where Jon Jones is coming from when he's saying that this is a legacy fight, because Stipe is the greatest heavyweight of all time, but that's like a fighter wanting to fight Tony Ferguson for the legacy he once had that is completely washed now and only a shell of their old selves. And what would beating someone like that even do for your career, as they're clearly not in their prime? Moving on to number 2 is that so far Khamazat Chimaev has been wasting his potential in the UFC. He started off his UFC career with a lot of momentum after beating Rice McKee and John Phillips within 10 days of each other, winning 2 fight bonuses within 10 days, which has never been done before. And if you fast forward to today, he really hasn't done much. He hasn't even fought in the year of 2024 yet. I definitely thought that he would be fighting for a title by now, or at least somebody ranked within the middleweight division. He does have a fight lined up with Robert Whittaker at UFC 308, which he'll most likely get a title shot from if he ends up winning, but we'll see if he even makes it there because he's constantly pulling out of fights due to health reasons. You gotta keep this guy in a bubble because he'll be on his deathbed for the common cold, but hey, who knows, he may be on a path to redemption if he defeats Robert Whittaker. With that being said, best of luck to him because Robert Whittaker is no slouch. Now, number 3 is the one I definitely agree with the most, is that Islam Makhachev is one of the most entertaining lightweight champs in UFC history. This statement cannot be any more true. Ever since he's become champion, he's finished almost all of his fights, and the one that went to decision was an instant classic, the first fight with Alexander Volkanovski. One of the main reasons as to why I'm an Islam Makhachev fan is because he's a champion that's not afraid to take risk. If he knows his opponent is good at a certain aspect of fighting, like with Dustin Poirier in his boxing, he will outbox you. He will step into the fire and put on an entertaining fight, even though he could go the Bilal Muhammad route and just hold you down. That is just not his style. And finally, on to the 4th and the final hot take, is that the world was wrong about Sean O'Malley, or the UFC rather. This is coming after UFC 306, where he just got defeated by Merab Dvalishvili by decision. It seems like he cracked under the pressure and he wasn't able to do anything against Merab. UFC 306 was going to be Sean O'Malley's biggest pay-per-view yet. Really a time for a star to be made, and Sean O'Malley did not deliver. But what also can be said at the same time is that Merab is a lot better than a lot of us thought he was. I already knew that he had elite grappling and had insane cardio, and usually he gets a bit wild in his exchanges, like when he got rocked against Henry Cejudo or when he got dropped against Marlon Moraes. But at UFC 306, he looked a lot more composed on the feet. As far as Sean O'Malley, his spirit looked absolutely diminished in that fight. It looked like he didn't even want to be there, and the pressure proved to be a bit too much for him. But that is going to be all I have for you guys today. Make sure to leave your hot takes in the comment section down below, and I will be releasing another video tomorrow, so make sure to come back for that as well.